Okay, so now that you've figured out what your highest note is, you're going to use that information to sing the song Once Upon a Dream. Go to Google Classroom, Once Upon a Dream. This is from Sleeping Beauty. It's a good one. Good one of the classics, all right? So, okay. And so in the last video, I had you guys figure out what your comfortable register is. Like, what is your highest comfortable note? And in this one, you're going to use that information to, let me shrink this a little bit. There we go. You can use the information you know about what your most comfortable note or your highest comfortable note is to be able to sing this one using what's at your disposal. Okay? So, good news. I picked this song because I just happen to know that the highest note in this song is also the key of this song. So, in this song, the highest note is F. Okay? And if you go over here, and if you go over here and look at the key, the song is in the key of F. So if you found out that your highest note was D, you're going to click on this little slider here and move it down E, D. There you go. Cool. Okay. So that's step one. You figured out what your highest note in your range is. Now you go over to Once Upon a Dream and you're going to transpose it down so that D is the highest note that you sing, or whatever it is for you, okay? Now you can start practicing, okay? And I would start at the beginning. Keep in mind, when you move down a note, you move down all the notes. So if D is comfortable for you in the high stuff, but it's maybe a little bit too low for you, you're going to have to maybe split the difference. So if you're like, man, my highest note is D, but my lowest note is like, F, and your range is like really, really narrow, we'll work on trying to expand those, okay? So here's what it's going to sound like. You'll hit the go button. So, I know you, I walked with you once upon a dream. Not too shabby. Work down here towards where you know the high note lives. But if I know you, let's do it with the music here. Know you, I know what you'll do. You'll love me at once, the way you did once upon a dream. Okay? So if D was my top note, I'm like, okay, I can do this. All right. Other tips that'll really help you out. If you hit the little speaker right here, you can turn off the piano, the left hand and the right hand of the piano, and just focus on the melody. Okay. So that gives us this. I know what you'll do. You'll love me at once, the way you did once upon a dream. Okay. Or whatever. Let's move it up to where we started, which was F. Okay, do the same thing. But if I know you, I know what you'll do. You'll love me at once, the way you did once upon a dream. Okay, hopefully that works for you. So that's the key to pulling this one off, guys, and pulling off music of all types. Find out what your comfortable range is, what your good high note is, and then next time we get together, we'll figure out what our good low notes are. And then find songs that play to your strengths. And while we're in this class, I'm going to do my best to maybe expand those. So maybe you start off being able to sing this high, and at the end you can sing this high. And that means that there's a lot more songs that you can now do. But more than anything, I just want you to sound good. And the best way to make sure that you sound good is by finding great songs that sound good in your key. And you can't do that unless you know what your key is. So this is how you finish the assignment. Find out what your high key is by working on Lavender's Blue. Go down here in Once Upon a Dream. Click the settings gear. Transpose it so it's in the right key for you. Okay. Practice it a couple of times. Without the accompaniment usually is pretty good. Sorry. And when you feel good with that, hit the speaker at the bottom. Let's turn him back on. And then if you're feeling really awesome, you can even mute the melody here. And you'll get this. I know you, I walked with you once upon a dream. hear how there's no piano melody note telling me what note to hit? It's because I know the song really well. That's eventually the point that I'd like for you guys to get to. It's okay if you leave it on if you want to, but man, it would be so sweet if you guys were able to internalize and memorize some of these songs to make it easier for you to sing them down the road. So there you go. That's all she wrote for this exercise, guys.